I want to start by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakadash, double honors to apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, and shalom to you brothers that's pushing this gospel, this good news of truth and sincerity. All right. So I'm actually going to touch up with a little bit of prophecy. And I'm going to start with Revelations chapter 12, verse 12. And it reads, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time." So it reads again, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." So this is good news for the men of the Lord, for the elect, you know what I'm saying, of the nation of Israel. This is good news. This would be considered the gospel. This would be considered the gospel to know that the so-called white man is on his last leg, and he's trying to do as much as possible to the nation of Israel as far as oppression goes, because he knows that he has but a short time. You know what I'm saying? This is good news. This means that we're closer to the end. This means that we're closer to salvation, and we're going to be taken out of this place, out of this shithole that is called America, which is known as Babylon the Great, according to the Bible, in the Bible. Okay? "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them." Okay? So yeah, we should rejoice. We should rejoice in the downfall of this kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Babylon the Great, America. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. You know what I'm saying? So woe and death and destruction to the so-called white man. Death and destruction to the heathens, aka the other nations. Okay? The other heathen nations. It says, "Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the seas." So death to them. You know what I'm saying? Destruction unto them. Great sorrows, pestilence, and violence is going to be coming their way very soon. You know what I'm saying? On a large scale, on a very large scale. These cold wars, these wars in these other countries that is being that's being set in play currently is nothing. It's going to be like child's play in the day of Jacob's trouble, in the day of destruction, in the day of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like child's play. "For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time." So the devil means, when you go into the word devil, it means diablos, which means deceiver. Okay? It doesn't mean, it's not talking about a red man with black panties and horns, with a pitchfork. It's not talking about that. That's not what devil is. That's not what a devil is. A devil is a man that is a deceiver. But the so-called white man, who is the Edomites, according to the Bible, is the devil. No, he is the devil, meaning that he's the deceiver. He is known for telling lies. He is the wicked. You know what I'm saying? He's known for bringing forth deceit, tricking the masses of people. You know what I'm saying? He's a cunning hunter. You know what I'm saying? He's a thief. He's a murderer. You know what I'm saying? But he comes as the angel of light. He comes with smooth words that appease to the people, to the masses of people. You know what I'm saying? But the elect men of the nation of Israel is not going to fall for that. They're not going to fall for the so-called white man's devices. The devices being the trickeries and deceits and the plans and the agendas that he have set up. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to be ignorant to that. Having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So the so-called white man, the Edomites, according to the Bible, because that's the proper term for these individuals, this group of people, is Edomites. You know what I'm saying? They're not white. They're red. You know what I'm saying? They're red, or different shades of red, which is still red, pink, whatever you want, peach, whatever you want to call it. That's still a different shade of red, meaning that it's red. Their skin is still red. Their blood shows forth through their skin, because their skin is translucent. Okay? Having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. You know what I'm saying? So who's that he talking about? The so-called white man, the Edomites. He knows that he have but a short time. You know know what I'm saying? So what is he gonna do? He's gonna be pushing all types of he's trying to get this C hip in the door. You know what I'm saying? It's already out there. It's already out. But he's attempting to get it worldwide. You know what I'm saying? It's here. You know what I'm saying? It's here. And there's gonna be a bunch of people that's gonna be lining up to take that C hip. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't take it, he's gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? He's threatening to put people to death because they don't want to take the C hip. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to take let's say the jab. You don't want to take the jab. You could lose your job. This, that, and the third. You're gonna. He's pushing for quarantines, and it's only gonna get worse. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna get worse. It's gonna be checkpoints. This is gonna be the day of Jacob's trouble. This is gonna be Jacob's trouble in the near future. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man is gonna come down having great wrath. You know what I'm saying? Where that involves your foods being poisoned, the air that you breathe being poisoned, which all of that is poison. Foods, the water that you drink is filthy. The foods that you eat is filthy. It's genetically modified. It's laboratory grown meat. You got laboratory grown meats. You got artificial. It's artificial meat. It's Frankenstein meat. You got water that's been filtrified that has all types of chemicals in it, chemtrail minerals in it. The air that you breathe is filthy. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, chemtrails. It's poison in your air. So the so-called white man is trying to get our people, the nation of Israel, from all angles. Okay? So, woe unto them and woe unto the other nations, because the other nations is also giving a helping hand alongside the so-called white man. You know what I'm saying? That's their partner in crime. But the so-called white man in slavery is going to get it the worst. The Edomites, according to the Bible, is going to get it the worst. Let me go ahead and keep it moving to Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35. Cast not away, therefore, your confidence, with have great recompense of reward. So it says, cast not away, therefore, your confidence. So we're supposed to trust in the Lord. We're supposed to have faith in the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? And there's going to be a great reward for that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a great reward for his men that constantly endure, that continue to endure all the way into the end. You know what I'm saying? There's a great reward waiting for you at the end of the door, at the end of the finish line, as we may say. For ye need of patience, that after ye done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. So after you're done the race, after you're done the marathon, metaphorically speaking, you're going to be rewarded greatly, you know what I'm saying, with a crown on your head. You're going to be a future ruler of the universe. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a future ruler over all the other nations. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be one of the top dogs in the nation of Israel. For yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and will not tarry. Now the just shall live by faith. But if any man draw back, and pretty much, like I said, just a little while. So, we're just waiting. We're waiting that little longer. We're waiting a little longer. The Lord is almost here. I just wanted to touch up on that verse 37. You know what I'm saying? Just wait, constantly wait. Just a little longer. Be patient. You know what I'm saying? Now reading back verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. Okay? So a just man, a righteous man will live by faith. You know what I'm saying? The righteous men, the men of the Lord, the The rest of the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children, we're going to have faith. We have faith in the Lord. You know what I'm saying? We have faith in the Lord. But if any man draws back, meaning if you turn your back on the Lord, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. And you don't want that. You don't want the Lord to have no pleasure in you. Because the Lord is like that pit bull that's ready to bite you the minute you mess up. The minute you get caught slipping. So you always want to be on your P's and Q's when it comes to this work. You always want to be on your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? Because it reads, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. And that's a very dangerous thing. That's a very dangerous thing, and a lot of people don't understand how important this is. How very important this is, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a very life and death situation, and the destruction that's coming is not going to be pretty. It's not going to be nice. And, Lord willing, the Most High and the Son, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, have mercy on my soul. You know what I'm saying? I pray. Because it's going to get real ugly out there. It's going to get extremely ugly. Verse 39. But we are not of them who draw back into perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. So we're not like the people that want to go back to the destruction, that want to go back to death, folly, filth. You know what I'm saying? We're not like them. We're of, we're about getting that salvation. That's what we're about. You know what I'm saying? That's what the elect is about. You know what I'm saying? I'm of the hopeful elect, and we're of the hopeful elect. You know what I'm saying? Those that are pushing the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, we're of the hopeful elect. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that we hope to be of the elect, of the fold, the ones that's going to be saved out of America, which is known as Babylon the Great, according to the Bible. Okay. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So it reads, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. You know what I'm saying? The Most High will have mercy on Jacob. That means that the Lord is not going to completely do away with Jacob. He's not going to completely do away with the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's not talking about those Jewish rats, by the way. Nah, this is talking about the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? He's not going to completely do away with Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Even though Israel, even though these niggas, because I can't call these motherfuckers right now Israel. You know what I'm saying? They don't deserve, they disgrace the nation of Israel. These creatures out here, I don't know what you could identify them as. Men, women, children. I don't know what you could identify them as right now, but they're sure as hell not Israelites being Israelites right now. Niggas, spics, monkeys, coons, spooks. That would be the proper term for these Israelites today, currently. But it says that the Lord is going to have mercy on them in the next life to come. So they're going to die on this side. They're going to die a very horrible death, the worst death possible, one of a very bad death on this side, but they're going to be brought back before all the laws instilled within them. Okay? And will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Okay, so we're going to be brought, we're going to be taken, when the Lord comes back and he takes the crowns of all these other nations, meaning that he takes all the other nations out of rulership. He's going to bring us back into our land, and it's going to and the strangers shall be joined with them. Now, what are the strangers? The Israelite foreigners. You got Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans within the spirit that look like other nations. They may look like a Moabite, but really that Moabite goes back to Negro descent. You know what I'm saying? He's really a so-called black man, but he looks like a Moabite. He looks like a Chinaman. You know what I'm saying? He may look like a Pakistani. You know what I'm saying? He may look like a East Indian. He may look like these one of these individuals, but really his line goes back to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. He goes back to Israel, the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, these are just bywords that was placed upon us by our enemies. You know what I'm saying? Negro, American, Negroes, Afro Americans, coons, black. You know what I'm saying? When you think of black, you think of anything that's void of light. When you think of blackness, dark void, shit that ain't positive, man. And that's what was placed on the so-called Negroes. You know what I'm saying? So what do people look at it? How do people look at it at us as? They look at us as being nothing but delinquents. Somebody that's very dangerous, violent, negative. You know what I'm saying? And then to make it worse, you put us on the news. For the most part, you put so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans on the news as being the top criminals. You know what I'm saying? The most dangerous and violent, animalistic human beings there ever is. There ever was. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you see it on the media. Anything that the media push, people eat that shit up. Okay? So let me get back onto the point. I'm getting a little off topic. So I'm gonna read from the top, verse 1. For the Most High will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. So we're gonna be brought back into our own land once the Lord comes back and he completely decimates and destroys the other nations and so-called white man, take them out of power. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Okay? And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Jacob shall possess them in the land of the Most High for service and handmaid. So we're going to take these heathens and we're going to put them in the fields. And we're going to work them to death. Men, women, children, you name it. They're going to be in the fields and they're going to be working their asses off. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be busting them upside the head. You know what I'm saying? They're going to get it right, man. Every task that they have that they have to fulfill is going to be done right. It's going to be done perfect. It better be done perfect. You know what I'm saying? Or there's going to be hell to pay. You know what I'm saying? That's prophecy. That's not me saying that. That's what the Bible says. That's what the Bible says. That's what it says in the Bible is what's going to happen. We're reading it. Okay? And to the people shall take them, and the people shall take them, Slakia, and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for service and handmaids. Meaning that we're going to have them in slavery. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be the slave masters. And they shall take them captives, a.k.a. slaves, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Because these people, the so-called white man and other nations, they are their oppressors. You know what I'm saying? We are fallen by the sword. You know what I'm saying? If you go out there, it's all over the news. It's always a so-called black man. It's always a so-called black, Latino, and Native American man getting shot down by the police. You know what I'm saying? Getting thrown in the ghettos. Being exposed to nothing but violence and negativity. And guess what? Guess who promotes that filth? The so-called white man. The so-called white man promotes that filth. But guess what? It says, and they shall rule over their oppressors. That day is referring to the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? We're going to rule over our oppressors. So as you can see, if you line up all the dots, the oppressors will obviously be the so-called white man. Okay? So that means we're going to rule over them. It only makes sense. So let me go ahead and I'm going to move. I'm actually going to touch up on Isaiah chapter 14 in another lesson. I'm going to break that whole thing down. But right now, I'm going to keep it short. Psalms chapter 137, verse 9. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. So we're gonna the Israelites, the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American man is gonna be extremely happy when they're able to get their big meaty claws, their mitts on you other nations, and you crackers, man, you Edomites. You know, you living all nice and cozy in your gated communities, your nice little cribs. You know what I'm saying? You got a nigga knocking on your front door, bringing a nice toasty meal to you, serving you in these restaurants and doing different tasks for you. Guess what? That's going to come to naught, and it's going to be a time, and it's going to happen very soon in Jacob's trouble where they're going to run into your cribs and they're going to do what they got to do to you. You know what I'm saying? You're not safe. You know what I'm saying? You got different houses. It's crazy because they're living amongst Jake. You know what I'm saying? They're living amongst Jake with these nice cribs, these nice houses in the hoods. You know what I'm saying? In the hoods. In the AKA ghettos. You got these nice houses in the ghetto. You think that niggas don't know they don't know where you're residing at? They do. They do. And they're gonna do what they gotta do in that day to make sure their bellies is fed. Okay? And that's all coming. That's all coming. That's a future event. Psalms chapter 149, verse 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. So when we're in the kingdom of heaven, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be singing, man. Every day that we get up, we're going to be praising the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. We're going to be praising him. We're going to be praising the Most High and the Son. Every single day, we're going to be praising him. And guess what? You know what I'm saying? It's going to read on to verse 6. Let the high praises of the Most High of the power be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. So we're going to be praising the Most High and the Son, and we're going to be whooping your ass at the same time. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites is going to be whooping your ass at the same time. They're going to be whooping the so-called white man and the other nations' ass in slavery while praising the Most High. Think about that. Verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people. So this is only vengeance. You know what I'm saying? What you did to us, what you did to the Israelites is also going to happen to you. That's only fair, and that's what's going to happen. That's what you call vengeance. That's what you call true justice. Okay? You know what I'm saying? We're bound to the current yokes of iron that's around our neck now, which is called paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You can't get around that. You can't get around paperwork. Debt. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay to drink water. You got to pay for water. The most essential thing that you need, you have to pay for. You have to pay for shelter. You know what I'm saying? Like these things were unheard of back then. This is a new thing. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. So we're gonna bind the highest. We're gonna bind all the top dudes, all the top men of this kingdom, all the top men, your senators, your congressmen, your presidents, the elites. Okay, going all the way down to your average Joe Schmo. All of you is gonna be bound with chains. You're gonna have chains around your neck. Around your necks, and their nobles with fetters of iron, and to execute upon them judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Most High. So this is only going to be a judgment. This is going to be the judgment, your judgment. The judgment being slavery, you know what I'm saying, in the near future, in the kingdom of heaven. The black man's kingdom of heaven. And I just want to say shalom.